day, and they can take great pride in their accomplishments. This ceremony marks the culmination of months of long and arduous training, the results of which are these superb infantry soldiers prepared to take their places in infantry units around the world. Like you, we are proud of their accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, during the next few moments, there will be loud noises and smoke from the use of pyrotechnics. On the far side of the parade field, the World War II Company Street serves as a constant reminder of the time-honored traditions and values of America's greatest generation, those infantry soldiers who walked before us. In just a few moments, out from the past will emerge our country's next greatest generation, today's infantry warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Infantry Rifle Squad, the foundation of the Army's decisive force, the embodiment of the warrior ethos. Infantry soldiers have the most challenging job of any member of the armed forces. They carry the fight to the enemy around the world. They are the standard bearer for all of the armies of the world, leading by example in the right to defend freedom against ruthless terror. With the increased firepower and lethality of today's weapons, every infantry soldier must be trained to standard in over 200 tasks to defeat our enemies on any battlefield. The infantry soldiers graduating today are accomplished marksmen, able to engage the enemy day and night. They understand how to shoot, move, and communicate as a team. They are adaptable warriors who can fight as a mechanized force from strikers or gravities, from the sky as airborne or air assault, and whose training is the basis for our elite special operations warriors. Most importantly, they are patriots who in a time of war raise their right hand in sworn oath to God and country to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Ladies and gentlemen, the Infantry Rifle Squad. Combat. The squad has 2 fire teams. Each fire team is led by a sergeant. They are also armed with an M4 carbine. This carbine is fully modular with an integrated receiver rail system that can mount the M68 close combat optic and an AN-PEC-15 infrared laser designator used to engage targets at night. Each fire team has 1 automatic rifleman. They are armed with an M249 squad automatic weapon. This is the squad and vehicle machine gun. It has a sustained rate of fire of 85 rounds per minute and weighs 17 pounds. Armed and equipped to fight and win anywhere, anytime, in any type of terrain, against any enemy. These infantry soldiers are trained and ready to defend our country and preserve our way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a round of applause for the United States Army Infantry Rifle Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, now marching onto the parade field are the infantry soldiers from Charlie Company, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment. The company commander for Charlie 347 is Captain Matthew Alkin, and the company first sergeant is First Sergeant Tyler Cushing. The company commander for Alpha 354 is Captain Jack Hewley, and the company first sergeant is First Sergeant Dustin Long. The company commander for Alpha 146 is Captain Edward Daniel, and the company first sergeant is First Sergeant Joel Strouch. Commander of Troops for today's ceremony is Major Walter Granson, Executive Officer of 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the arrival of the official party. Chaplain Captain Kozlowski, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment Chaplain, will offer the invocation.
Let us pray. Eternal, gracious God, we are grateful and proud to be a part of this.
The official party for today's ceremony consists of 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, Commander Lieutenant Colonel Horner, and the Battalion Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Diggles. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. As a reminder, if you are not in uniform, please remove your headgear. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The infantry soldiers graduating today come from many parts of the United States. The flags of the 50 states and 6 territories displayed in the museum symbolize the broad base of our national defense. The company standing before you have conducted a turning blue ceremony because blue is the color of the infantry. This ceremony culminated with each graduating soldier receiving the coveted symbols of an infantry soldier, the cross rifle insignia with blue background discs, and the blue infantry corps. Turning blue signifies the rite of passage of these soldiers to carry on the finest traditions of the infantry. The infantry cross rifles, blue discs, and blue cord mark these soldiers as qualified to be the finest soldiers in the world. The United States Army Infantry's soldier. The soldiers most responsible for the training of these infantry soldiers are the drill sergeants, who are carefully selected by the Department of the Army. The drill sergeant campaign hat and badge have been a stoic symbol of professionalism and pride since 1962. At this time, the drill sergeant of the cycle for Charlie Company, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, Drill Sergeant Nagel, will recite the Drill Sergeant Creed.
I would still pride in all I train, pride itself in the Army and in country. I would insist that each soldier needs to maintain the Army standards of military bearing and courtesy, consistent with the high traditions of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I'm an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I'm a drill sergeant. This will defend.
At this time, the official party will present the awards. The drill sergeants of the cycle, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin Horton.
On behalf of Major General Curtis Buzzard, Commanding General of the Maneuver Center of Excellence, Brigadier General Larry Burns, the Infantry Commandant, Colonel Patrick Douglas, Commander of the 197th Infantry Brigade, welcome to the Hallowed Grounds of Fort Benning, Georgia, and today's infantry graduation. Colonel Douglas, Commander Sergeant Brandon, veterans of the 47th Infantry Regiment, distinguished guests, friends, family, welcome to today's ceremony. Here on this field, we stand on the shoulders of giants, our forebearers in battle, and are surrounded by their spirit. They laid the foundation of excellence, cemented in their blood, sweat, and tears, and carved a legacy that only a few could hope to emulate. It is an honor to introduce you today to a group of those few, the newest infantry soldiers of the United States Army. 22 weeks ago, the soldiers in front of you volunteered to serve their country and swore an oath to protect our great nation. What better way to close with and destroy the enemy than becoming a member of the United States Infantry? This was the completion of their first task. By displaying the elements of the Army core values, loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. As we watch world events unfold in these uncertain times, recognize that we have the best trained and highly committed soldiers in the world, prepared to meet our nation's call and to assist our partners whenever and wherever. When the call is made, they ask for those standing in front of you. Soldiers of action, adorned with the blue cord and the cross rifles upon their chest. They call for the infantry. We graduate these infantry soldiers ready for worldwide employment to execute missions similar to those of our forebears. We send our sons and our daughters into harm's way, knowing they're trained and led by our very best. The drill sergeants before you are prime examples of those leaders that take your trust in our Army serious. Our drill sergeants insist that each infantry soldier meets and maintains the Army standards of military bearing and courtesy. They lead by example, ensuring your infantry soldier is mentally tough, physically fit, and morally straight. They develop and reinforce those Army values that every soldier displays by raising their right hand and swearing to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies. They are the backbone of our Army and the bearer of our standards, a guide that every young soldier sets their compass to. To the mothers and fathers of these warriors, it is an honor to mold your sons in the image of our infantry predecessors. They have persevered through the last 6 months of training and have earned the title of infantry soldier. Thank you for supporting your soldiers through their journey and allowing them to be this country's strength in war and its deterrence in peace. The leaders of our battalion are immensely proud of your infantry soldiers' accomplishments and release them into the unknown, confident in their abilities to shoulder more share of the task, whatever it may be, 100% and then some. These soldiers here today stand tall and strong, ready for any challenge that presents itself. We need more just like them to fill our ranks. If you look at the back page of your programs, you'll find a QR code to refer young men and women as future soldiers through our Army Soldier Referral Program, providing future generations an opportunity to develop their true grit, tenacious attitude, and American spirit. On behalf of Sergeant Major Diggles and I, we wish our newest United States infantry soldiers nothing but defensible high ground and the intestinal fortitude to accomplish the toughest missions. Raiders never quit, forever forward, follow me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Infantry Creed is the standard for all infantry soldiers to live by. The Infantry Creed helps infantry soldiers understand that despite their very diverse backgrounds, all infantry soldiers are warriors and members of a team. We invite all soldiers, both past and present, to stand and join us as the Soldier of the Cycle for Charlie Company, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment. Specialist Princepi leads the Army's newest infantry soldiers in the Infantry Creed. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the infantry song and the army song.
The infantry soldiers of Charlie Company, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment, and Alpha Company, 3rd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, are fully trained and prepared to take their places in infantry units around the world. Pass and review!
Ladies and gentlemen, as the soldiers pass to your front, we invite you to take pictures, but please remain in your seats. When the American flag passes to your front, we ask that you rise and that the gentlemen and ladies remove their headgear. Once the American flag has passed your location, you may be seated. Additionally, we ask that you please remain in the stands until the commander of troops reports the conclusion of the ceremony. The Senior Drill Sergeant from 1st Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Alexander from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Ready, run!
The Senior Drill Sergeant from 2nd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Moskowitz from Gotham, New Jersey. The Senior Drill Sergeant from 3rd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Case from Harlem, New York. The Senior Drill Sergeant from 4th Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Bateman from San Francisco, California. The 1st Sergeant for Charlie Company, 3rd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment is 1st Sergeant Cushing from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Alpha Company, 3rd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment is commanded by Captain Cooley from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. The senior drill sergeant from 1st Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Wantre from El Paso, Texas. The senior drill sergeant from 2nd Platoon is The senior drill sergeant from 3rd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Lansha from Shamokin, Pennsylvania. The senior drill sergeant for 4th Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant McClure from Mesa, Arizona. The 1st Sergeant for Alpha Company 3rd Battalion 54th Infantry Regiment is 1st Sergeant Long from Gregg, Alabama. Alpha Company 1st Battalion 46th Infantry Regiment is commanded by Captain Daniel from Fredericksburg, Virginia. The Senior Drill Sergeant for 1st Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Secretan from Orlando, Florida. The Senior Drill Sergeant for 2nd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Snow from Nettleton, Missouri. The Senior Drill Sergeant for 3rd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Kataro from Koror, Pulau. The Senior Drill Sergeant for 4th Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Oldenburg from Youngstown, Ohio. The 1st Sergeant for Alpha Company 1st Battalion 46th Infantry Regiment is 1st Sergeant Strout from Middleborough, Massachusetts.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 197th Infantry Brigade Commander, Colonel Douglas, and the Brigade Command Sergeant Major Brandon, we thank you for attending today's graduation ceremony. You may now join your soldier in the formation area in front of the museum. Have a safe journey home. Follow me.